medical marijuana users get the okay from Ontario government to vaporize anywhere. Well, all right. Congratulations, Ontario. That's good for you guys. That's great. Medical marijuana users in Ontario are now legally able to use vaporizers just about anywhere in the province. Well, good. I mean, it's their medicine, and they should be allowed to take it anywhere that they need to. Oh, hold up. What's this? Ontario medical marijuana exemption under review just one day after it was announced. Great. We've heard the concerns around this regulation, and we're going to take this feedback and see if this regulation is the best way to move forward. Yeah, we didn't really think that one through very well. Yeah, sorry, I maybe jumped the gun a little, kind of didn't really think about that one. I mean, you could almost see it on her face. She's sitting here saying right here, I didn't really think that through very well. Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that one, guys. Government has failed again. Yeah, well, that's what they do. The truth of the matter, folks, is that cannabis will become legal in Canada at some point. And the Liberal government under Justin Trudeau is really just scrambling right now to ensure that this is all done in a way that's going to benefit the state and not empower any individual entrepreneurs out there. And now the truth is beginning to reveal itself. Union Head calls for marijuana sales through the LCBO. Oh, guys, this is exactly what we here at Press for Truth were warning you about in the Trudeau deception. People were laughing it off quite a bit when I released this. There were plenty of nasty comments, lots of dislikes, as you can see here. But now it looks like there is a very real possibility now that legal cannabis may be a government monopoly, at least in Ontario. In Ontario, alcohol is either sold through the government-owned monopoly known as the LCBO, or it's sold through the beer store, which is a retail monopoly that's controlled by a very large brewery cartel. Now, small craft brewers have, for the longest time now, been complaining about all the unfair business practices of the beer cartel and the government's LCBO, and it's only after years and years of lobbying that some of these practices are now starting to change. But unlike British Columbia, Ontario doesn't have a strong community of cannabis growers. Mass opinion tends to view these underground growers as criminals and people who are connected to organized crime. But that's the farthest thing from the truth. These are actually family men and women who are providing medicine for people in need. So with the head of the union representing the LCBO coming out and saying that the Ontario liquor monopoly should have the exclusive right to sell legal cannabis, well, it's unlikely that he's going to face any credible opposition from Ontario's small community of growers and dispensaries. The Public Service Employees Union President Warren Thompson told CBC News that there would not be any need to reinvent the wheel, since the LCBO already has all the checks and balances to maintain social responsibility with a very secure warehouse and distribution system. He also told the CBC that it was probably going to improve job security. I suppose he meant that in the sense that people might actually wake up one day and realize alcohol is a poison, which would threaten the LCBO's inflated profits. But people always have and always will smoke cannabis, which, may I remind you guys, has never killed anyone and is actually more of a medicine than a recreational drug. But the thing is, the LCBO may actually get away with this power grab. Kathleen Wynne's Liberal government is extremely reactionary in the sense that they want to govern every aspect of your life. Whether it's from banning flavored cigarettes, or to shutting down coal plants and making deals with crony capitalists to build all these insufficient wind turbines that nobody wants. The Wynne government is really pushing Ontario more and more towards full-blown communism. Now, in Ontario, you can still brew your own beer. It's just that it's very difficult to sell it. If Justin's legalization allowed people to grow their own cannabis, It's likely most Ontarians are going to accept the LCBO's power grab in return for being allowed to grow a couple of plants on their own. And never mind that the LCBO employees probably can't tell the difference between THC or CBD, or what to expect from certain strains, or the differences between hydro and soil. All of these employees are going to need new training. And really, guys, there's nothing about government monopolies that creates wealth. In order for the LCBO to exist, wealth must be extracted from taxpayers and then destroyed through bureaucracy before anything of any value could be produced. And don't get me started on the idea of these public sector employees needing a union. They have no private sector competition, and consumers can't stop paying for public services. So there is no justification for a public sector union. And now, with this attempt at monopolizing cannabis sales into the wealth-destroying LCBO, well, it should be clear as day that the end game here is not about the children or some vague social responsibility. I mean, if it were, these union leaders would just fire themselves and lobby for more free markets. But, of course, they're not going to do that because, well, it's all about money. It's all about power. And, as you know, it always has been. But what you can do, folks, is support your local farmers. Get involved with the fine folks here at Cannabis Growers of Canada, and let's all just start to work together so that we can see legalization benefit everyone in Canada, not just a monopolistic government. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel here if you're a new viewer, and check the description for all the sources to this video, and also to where you can find out how you can support our work here at PFT. And stay tuned, guys. We're going to have more video reports coming soon to pressfortruth.ca.